Hey, you, come here. You better wear that goddamn gear. DP Photography here, bringing another video, and today, thinking about doing a bit of a range test. It's not the perfect day. It's kind of windy, sunny, but it's not a bad day either. That could just work in my favor. Yeah, I'm really on the fence right now. Thinking about going to Square Grouper, one of my favorite restaurants. Not one of my favorite restaurant in Key West. Well, in the Keys. About mile marker 23. Great food. I'm going for the shrimp today. We're going to be doing a little review of the Enduro tire, and we're also going to be trying to get 64 miles in a day. Like, I really don't know if this is doable. I have gotten 32 miles. This is gonna be me stepping out of my element. I'm gonna need to find somewhere to charge. I'm not gonna be riding around here in town. I'm actually gonna go up the Keys, which is, where I like, because, it's less cars and less people and stuff. A lot more earthy, but it's definitely a lot more challenging as well. I gotta carry that damn battery with me, and I wanna wear all my gear, man, because yesterday I saw a few people post pictures on Facebook, elbow bust up, shoulder bust up, and it's always the extremities that you would have covered. That being said, look at my gear over here. My dog, he loves me so much, man. This is my tripod right here. He had cancer on one of his legs and had to have it removed. What you doing on my gear, buddy? I just love to see when y'all posting pictures of the elbow busted up and all that. It's like, man, not because I want to see you hurt. That's the last thing I want to see in the world. But when you do that, I do this. Yep, there you go. So yeah, my dog peed on this. He peed on this yesterday when I was getting ready to go for the ride, and I forgot all about that. See, that's why I wasn't gonna wear the gear. I put the gear on and I could smell piss. I washed it last night, dried it this morning, and I'm ready to go. So 64 miles in a day. It's gonna be a hell of a long ride, man. I got the tire pumped up to 15.5 right now. Battery's at 100%. And I'm weighing at around 200 pounds. I did weigh myself yesterday. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and get this started, man. DP Photography, y'all stick with me. I'll see y'all in a bit. Now, like I say, I was winging it, so I didn't really know where I was gonna charge up as I left. I made my way through Key West and Big Carpet as I have many times before. I just want to take a second to just say how sketchy that was, like right after experiencing. I've ridden bridges, many times before, but today, it's blowing about 15 miles per hour. And combine that with every time a car passes and the bridge rocks a little bit, you get hit with a gust of wind. To say that it was sketchy would be an understatement. After I jumped off the bridge, I headed over to Baby's Coffee, where the people are always sure to be friendly. I was lucky enough for them to let me use an outlet to charge up, though I only needed it for a short time, man. Gotta love the fast charger. In that short period of time, I made a mistake and had my coffee, which I should have not done. But it's kind of hard to come to a place like this with such good coffee, smelling the coffee grounds and everything, and not just have your cup. So once my battery was full charge, I left Baby's Coffee and headed to the Square Grouper, which was about 8 miles away. In between, I was able to find some nice trails that's real secluded and fun to ride on. In the middle of the trail, it actually ended up popping out right by the Square Grouper, which was perfect. I'm lucky enough to know the owner who allowed me to charge up right in the back while I had some lunch. I ended up getting an Asian salad with shrimp for the protein to die for. This thing was delicious. By the time I finished my food, my battery was already fully charged. I love that fast charger. Next up, I headed on my way to Big Pine. But before I got to Big Pine, I had a hell of a mission. The one thing that scared me the most about this trip, getting over the Summerlin Bridge. I knew Summerlin Bridge was gonna be a test. See, this bridge has an arc, it sets up high, and it just seems intimidating. but I got through. Once I made it over that bridge, I found more trail and just had a great time riding, man. Now I had to be smart because I know people in Big Pine. And if I rode past Big Pine and went straight to Bahia Honda Bridge, 100% for sure, I would run out of battery. So I stopped at the Winn-Dixie Plaza, did a few circles, and what do you know, my buddy came out and let me use his gym to charge up for a few takes, which is all it takes. So I know you heard me say I made a couple of mistakes. You know, the first one was eating a banana first thing in the morning. The second was drinking that coffee at Baby's, and the third was eating a salad for lunch. The combination in my stomach set off a volcanic eruption. It's like, when it hit me, I didn't know what I was gonna do. It's like panic. I am 30 miles away from home and I just got the bubble guts. I was so lucky. It's like God was with me because my buddy let me in his gym to charge up. Then he left me in the gym because he had to go somewhere, leaving me to use the bathroom with free range. Once I got done there, you know, I charged up and whatnot, and I headed over to Bahia Honda Bridge. Now this was just a few miles away, but boy, was it beautiful. Beautiful churches, off-road bridges, beautiful aquamarine water. I just can't explain to you how it feels to float through the Florida Keys. It just feels like it was meant to be. Like the Onewheel was meant for the Keys. All to arrive at my final destination, Bahia Honda Bridge. You know, it was beautiful just like I knew it would be. Everything that I thought it would be. The ride was amazing. It was fun getting there, you know? And while heading there was something like a sightseeing tour, getting home was more of like survival. You know, I gotta make it home and judge everything right, you know? Charge up at the gym, charge up at the Square Grouper. Can't go to Baby's Coffee because Baby's is closed, so I gotta find somewhere else to charge up. I ended up stopping at Circle K, gave the dude a little extra tip. He let me use his outlet there. I got charged up to about 90%. I didn't fully charge because the sun was setting and I was trying to get home. And my cell phone was dying. I think I had 2% left. By the time I got home, it died. Messing up my Relive app, everything. But the float was great, man. The float was definitely all that. It's like, what did I learn from this trip? Watch what you put in your stomach. You know, you're gonna be 30-something miles away from home. You don't want the bubble guts, man, to come and ruin everything. It's like, man, when that thing hit me, I had panic. I didn't know what I was gonna do, man. If I wasn't who I was and knew all the people that I know, I would be shit out of luck, literally. I also learned about a lot of trails and stuff that I didn't know about in the Keys. You know, I've been here since the 80s. And I discovered things that I'd never seen before, man. I'll say from a full charge to get it down to about 5% battery, I get about 22 miles. You know, I weigh 200 pounds and that was at PSI 15.5. You know, if I had to do it again, I'll bring that PSI down to 13.5. I think that that's the sweet spot for me. I compare that kind of stuff to triathlons and marathons and, you know, things that just exhaust you. Now, it wasn't as extreme. I wasn't as tired, but I was definitely miscombobulated. I didn't know what the hell was going on yesterday. It had that feeling. And I still got the soreness. Like I say, I'm beat up from the feet up, man. And I'm feeling good at the same time. And I can't wait to do more long floats. You know, I think next I'll go up to Marathon and head north just to see what kind of interesting stuff they have going on and whatnot. I like to explore. I like to get close to that earth and see things that I've never seen before. So what's the longest distance that you floated? How was the ride? What's some of the challenges that you faced? Are you even into that? Drop it down in the comments. But that being said, you know, it's DP Photography as always, also known as The Real Berg. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like, subscribe, ring that bell, do all the good stuff for your boy. You know, your boy makes these videos by himself, man, and a lot of work goes into them. But, you know, that being said, I just appreciate you guys watching, man. Have a great weekend as always, man. I'm out. About to get that 64 miles right there, but I don't know if you can see that at the bottom. It says 78 out of 64.